Hello everybody, back here again for a vlog a day, and today is Sunday the 26th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning earlier than I really wanted to, but overall it wasn't horribly bad. Got up, got a few things done, got the puppies out, all that good fun stuff and whatnot, and then in the process it basically rolled around at 7 a.m. My phone dinged off saying I had text messages coming from Rover, which was not a big deal because it happens that they got like a weird quiet time thing from whenever to 7 a.m. and sometimes they're delayed getting the text. So I look at it real quick and it says that the tee times were finally posted for the golf tournament today for my clients, their son, and they want to drop the dogs off at 6:45 a.m. They texted me that at 6:19 a.m. and I was like, well, shit. So I immediately text back like, hey, I just got this. And then as I'm like kind of rushing around, like, you gotta be shitting me, I went and looked outside, make sure they weren't sitting in my driveway, and they weren't. And I was like, oh, this sucks so bad. So I called him real quick through the app and I'm like, hey, she goes, hey, not a problem, blah blah, I already left, but he'll bring the dogs over in like 15 minutes. I'm like, okay. Which I felt bad. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And the way they made it sound yesterday, like it was gonna be pushed back to later start for them. Like they had to finish up today's tournament. And since he'd already wrapped up today's tournament play, then he wouldn't have to, it would be pushed back, not early. So who knows, whatever. So the husband came, dropped the dogs off, forgot the dog food in the car, but the dogs weren't here for the day. So he said they already ate breakfast, which I don't know if that sounds true. I usually don't feed them early, but they'll survive. That'll be fine. But went ahead, got the dogs dropped off, and then he headed out in the truck. He headed down. Luckily, the tournament was not that far away, which my gut had said, why don't you guys just leave the dogs here and, not pick them up last night and then drop back off this morning. But then when they said how they were going to be put, the tee time's going to be pushed way back in the morning, I'm like, okay, they probably want their dogs at home, more comfortable for them, whatnot. And it's not a big deal. And I've watched the dogs overnights here before, so it's not like we're concerned about that at all. So I was like, no big deal. Everything went fine with them. He got down there, son played tournament, so on and so forth, and all that was going, which it kind of made it for a weird day. And then I had a few other dogs going home today. All the dogs were playing, having a great time. My wife was still down in north of Miami, south of us, so West Palm maybe, I think it is, maybe. I don't think it's where it's that. Anyway, but she was there. She spent the night at her cousin's condo again, and the boat show was there, so she got wrapped up. They went and got breakfast, and she headed out. She got some really crappy news, family drama shit going on that she got yesterday, that we just so she didn't sleep worth a damn. So she was definitely not sleeping. That weighed on me not sleeping real great either, but it is what it is. So she got up today though, had brunch, I guess you'd call it, like 11 o'clock, and had breakfast, and then she headed back home. So I was just hanging around the puppies, playing outside. Everything was going good. Had one of my clients that was supposed to pick up. We had two different sets of dogs supposed to get picked up by 8 o'clock each, and I was like, cool, no problem, everything be good. Wife got home. She was hanging out a little bit. She went and checked on her dad and stuff, and then she wanted to go to the grocery store, and I'm like, dude, you're tired, it's been a long weekend before, it's been hot, all kind of stuff outside, so why don't you just let me go do it? I'm gonna do it tomorrow because I got a bunch of dogs here today. I don't want them to be gone. But either just order it delivered and pay the few bucks, or say to hell with it and I'll go do it tomorrow when I got a lot less dogs to worry about. She goes, no, I just want to go do it. I'm like, okay, whatever. So she went ahead and got that done. She went and got the grocery shopping done. Her mom went and took everything, brought it all back, got it all put away. I brought the dogs inside. We were all just kind of hanging out and having a good time. And it was that weird time frame, like, well, they're here, the dogs are all doing fine, I'm gonna go ahead and get my run in. So I told him, I said, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and take off, and that way, because the dogs are gonna pick up like 8, I don't want to wait for that. I'll give me plenty of time to get my run in, get a shower, grab something to eat, whatever, no big deal. So I was like, okay, no problem. We headed out, got to change stuff, got the dogs all settled in where they needed to be. Everybody was doing fine. And then headed out for my run, and yeah, it is what it is. I literally had made it, I don't know, less than a half mile from the house, and I get a text saying they're on their way over, they're just leaving such and such place, whatever. And I'm like, I don't know where that is. It's just, what's your ETA? Thinking like, it seems weird to have a 5-hour drive, back from wherever you're at. Nope, they were 15 minutes away. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I turned and head back to the house, text the family, said, hey, just so you know, they're on their way over, like 15 minutes out, 13 minutes, I think it was actually when they texted, they were 13 minutes away. And I'm like, okay, so I head back over, I beat them there, get all their dog stuff together, get it all wrapped up, get their dogs outside, so on and so forth. And then in the process of putting their stuff ready, I had came in, putting out stuff. As they pulled up, I was grabbing their last little bit of stuff, and the wife walks up and opens the screen door. I assume to knock. Then starts trying to turn my doorknob. Luckily, because I had been on my run, not got the text, whatever stuff, and she's opened my door, it would have been a whole different story. And she's trying to open my doorknob to like walk into my house. And I'm cool, you feel comfortable in my place and stuff, you feel comfortable in us and safe around us and your dogs and all that kind of stuff, but you don't have to open my damn door. Like that's not ever gonna happen again. So, and she was massively drunk. So I basically kind of yelled, so are you trying to open my door? And she goes, yeah, I was trying to come in. I'm like, don't ever do that. I gave her a little bit of scolding, realized quickly in the beginning of that scolding that she was way too drunk to understand it. So I just let it go. And I was like, no, I'm like, it's for my animal safety. You know, if that gate was open, I'm trying to open the door for you and stuff. When the dog runs out, so on and so forth. If your dog gets out, I don't care because you don't want to open the door. But if another client's dog gets out, it's bad. So yeah, I was not real pleased with her on that one. So she was massively drunk. She went to like, I don't know, some concert or some crap, whatever, and got lit up. So, and then the boat ride home, I guess they had a lot of drinking going on. But yeah, so I had to have a talk with her next time in the book and explain to her about how dumb that idea is. Don't ever just try to open somebody else's door. It's never gonna happen. Because I told my wife, I said straight up, had they actually opened the door, had I not locked that, I would never watch the dogs again. Like straight up, you get to what's a one-time offense with me, to the point that I've yelled at her own family for it. Like, no, can't do it. You can't open the door without my permission. With dogs and stuff here, it's just, no, can't happen. Can't be done. So yes, I have a secondary gate, but the gate only works when it's shut also, which it was. But I'd opened the gate to open the door for them to let them in. And as the gate, haven't got the gate shut back yet, she's trying to turn the knob to open my door. Had a neighbor, when her dog got loose, tried to open my inside garage door when I was remodeling the house, and I chewed her ass upside, went down the other. I was so pissed off that day. I was so mad at her. I actually videotaped me yelling at her because I figured she was going to tell people I was being more obnoxious than I was, and I wanted proof exactly how obnoxious I was. So yeah, that went well. They finally went home, took the dogs, everything's good. But that was the 13 minutes away turned into like 28 minutes to get here, which was that weird annoying. So I'm standing around like, I should be running right now kind of thing, so I pushed it back. Then by the time I got the other dogs back in, got them all settled in, what they wanted to do, so I could take off my run, I was just like, no. And I think literally the stress of her trying to open my door, like just made me nauseous to my stomach, that I was so pissed off at it that I told my wife, I'm like, you guys just eat whatever you want, because by the time I get back, it's gonna be, this got delayed. Like, you know, I missed my first part of my run, and then I had to wait for them and stuff. And now all the time talking to them, they're drunk and they're blah blah whatever and stuff. Got them there. I'm like now super delayed for dinner. By the time I get back, get showered, anything else, it's not worth it. Just go ahead and eat whatever you want with me. And they decided they wanted to have pup subs, which I'm kind of done with. When I first moved here, one of my favorite sandwiches in the area was a sub sandwich from Publix, and yeah, they went downhill. Their quality's crap. They're just, it's not as good. So they decided they still like them, so they wanted to have that. I'm like, well, if I got to pick it up, you need to let me know. I can either do it after my run, before my shower, after my shower, but she goes, no, I'll go to get it. I'm like, well, you guys were at this Publix earlier. You guys could have gotten in because we didn't know we wanted to do that. I'm like, and it was early enough, probably didn't want to have to sub that early, so, which also makes sense. So went ahead and I took off my run. I was out on my run when my wife decided to go to the store. She asked me if I wanted like sushi or anything from Publix. I'm like, no, I'm good. So I was just like, nope, all good. I'll find something here that's. And then took off, got my run done, got back, got myself a nice shower, and then from there, I just wasn't feeling it. It was that weird time frame of like, they're supposed to pick the dogs up in the next, 30 minutes to an hour, So I'm like that weird time frame, like by the time I cook something, start to make it, they're gonna show up. My meal, it's gonna suck. So I just had to hold it and just gave up on eating. I was like, I'll just eat a snack tonight as I go to bed. So I skipped dinner, headed back outside with the dogs, played with them for a little bit. They came, picked up their two dogs, and it was one of the things where the wife has the app on her phone, the husband's picking the dogs up, so he has to text her where he's at ETA, then she's got to text me, and so on and so forth. But it all went fine. The dogs got picked up, everything went smoothly there. It was all good to go, and no problems at all. And then now it's like 8:30. I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely not eating nothing now. So ended up back outside, finished up my cigar, watched a little bit of TV, played with my 3D printer for a while, and then chat with my wife a lot about the drama going on for her and all the crap that she's dealing with, which just really, really sucks. But it is what it is. So yeah, that's basically what we got for now, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.